So I'm going to do a quick refresh video on how to properly submit an equipment inspection form so the mechanics receive it. They've been having a run of issues where they haven't been getting them, or they've been tagged to the wrong way. The flagging is still a little bit confusing to people, so I'm going to try to clear it up a little bit. I'm not going to go through a lot on the equipment form. You guys pretty well should know how to fill these out. So I've got mine filled out here. Just a side note, the equipment inspections are set up so you can essentially start in one spot and finish at another in a one-piece flow. So you'll start at the engine compartment, checking all the fluids, and you'll move throughout the engine compartment, looking for everything, hoses, exhaust leaks, belts, anything that has to do with the engine. You'll inspect all that first, just like it's listed in the thing. If you just follow the order of the list, it'll take you down and around the machine and finish you out inside the cab. So for this instance, in this area, you can see where I've checked something that's green, but something needs attention. We're going to say that the cutting edge on this specific Traco has a butter bar and it needs replaced. So when you get down to the bottom, you'll get to the accountability, same as always before. Check that you've done the inspection, that you're going to report there's a problem. And then in this box right here, so when you get down here, it'll show up like this. The box will be closed, but just like the inspection ones, you'll open it up. You'll type everything that it needs in that description. So for this instance, you can see I said the bucket needs a cutting edge replaced. I also gave the mechanics the width of the cutting edge. Try to give them as much information as you possibly can so they can come fully prepared to handle whatever issue it is that you're having. It saves them from coming out to the site, seeing what they need, going back, gathering it up, coming back. They're busy as it is if we can simplify their job as much as possible, we should try to do that. So down below that line, you'll see there's the camera and the flag. So to flag this, we'll click the little flag. And you'll select the West Valley shop, second one up from the bottom. And that'll bring you to the shop repair request form. So in this form, under flag form items, if you click on it, you'll see it'll transfer over what you already explained in your comments on from the other sheet. Now, in the details, this is where it starts to get tricky and a lot of guys get tripped up. In this section, after you select worker, do not assign it to a worker. It has got to go to the West Valley shop. Don't assign it to Shane. Don't assign it to anyone else. It's got to be assigned to the West Valley shop. So the best way to do that is just type in West and it'll bring it in there right at the top. Valley Shop West. That's the one you want to click on. Done. The due date. It's not working for me here for some reason. There it goes. Just took it a second. You'll select today's date, and it'll ask you some redundant questions about equipment, your equipment number, stuff like that. The reason for that is this is the only form that the mechanics get. So you'll put in your equipment number again, the current location of equipment. Again, same thing. Give the mechanics as much information as you can to make their job as easier as possible. So for this instance, we'll say that this track hose sitting at Beltway, and it's on the west side of the building. Now they know when they pull on site, they don't have to tool around trying to find where the piece of equipment is. They can drive directly to it. You don't have to fill out anything in the mechanics review. And then at the bottom, this is another spot where people get tripped up. You want to click the blue button, the save and return. Do not click the sign and save on this one. That is for the mechanics, just as it says up in the instructions. So you'll click the blue button. Now you can see it takes you back to your original page, but that flag is highlighted. It's highlighted orange. So that means your flagging is complete. Now all you got to do is sign and save your document. So we'll go ahead and sign and save it. Save and close. There is one issue that I've seen happen on a few guys' phones is you can't get it to save and close. I'm not sure what the reasoning is for that, but if you just close out of the signature box, open it back up again, sign it, it works. I'm not sure why it does that. It just is one of the nuances. So now you've signed your form, everything's good, ready to go. Up in the top, you'll see the circle with the arrow pointing up with the line underneath it. That is the upload button. So once you're ready to submit it, you'll click that upload button. Now sometimes it'll bring you back to this page where it says this form will be ready to view shortly. Typically, it will still send it off. For whatever reason, it just didn't do it this time. But when your phone gets service or you log back in, but you can check to see to make sure it got sent off. So we'll go to done. Click on it again. And there it is. It's all done. It's been sent off. I've signed it. It's been flagged, sent to the mechanics. Here's your whole checklist. And that's how it works. It's pretty simple. If you have any other questions, you can reach out to your supervisor and they should be able to help you get through it.